Good afternoon.
We'll go ahead and start with questions in the room. Jackson, when you see Christian Wood on film, what do you got to do to slow him down?
He's a very talented young player. When you talk about being able to shoot it and put it on the floor and get to the basket, he causes a problem for your defense, and so we have to account for him early and often. He touches the ball a lot, and again, he knows how to put the ball in the basket.
How do you piggyback on what you did in the second half of the night and tomorrow night?
Yeah, I think when you look at the defense in the first game against Atlanta and then the second half of the Toronto game, they're pretty close. And so now we would like to, do that for 47 minutes. I know everybody's going to say, why not 48? But if you have the game under control, we'll give them some space to do something for a minute. So that's just a joke.
How different do you anticipate it being a coach now for this team versus being a player in this building when you get on the floor tomorrow night against the Raptors?
We've had the preseason, so I've been a coach in this building for 2 games, so that's over with. It's just trying to put guys in a position to be successful and use my eyes and ears to see and hear what's happening, so I can help those guys, be successful.
In that second half against Toronto, you used a lot of one big man lineups. I think I did the math, so it could be wrong, but I think they're +6. Those lineups with one big man are +6 through the 2 games. Why do you think they were effective in the second half, and what do you see the role of one big man lineups going forward?
Yeah, I think when you look at the one big, KP, Maxey, or Willie, you have shooting around. But you also have the versatility of having another defender on the floor too, or a playmaker. So as much as we would like to get all the combinations in one game, it's just not possible. It's going to take games to get there and see which combination works best. And so that's where we are. We have 2 games under our belt. We have some different combinations, and we look to hopefully get more combinations this week so that we can have those answers.
Was there anything specific going into the second half that you saw that you could tell it would be more effective to use those lineups, or just that's kind of the way it played out?
Yeah, I think if we're just talking offense, spacing, we got pretty much some of those same shots in Atlanta. We just didn't make them. The game of basketball is about makes or misses, and we made them. But I thought, again, we're playing very hard, right, on the defensive side of the ball, and not just take away. We're just talking about one side. We're playing hard, and we've come up with some stretches where we've only given up 3 points, or we've only given up 5 points. There was a stretch there in the fourth quarter that we only gave up 3 points, and so that's something that hasn't happened in the past here, right? They've always relied on outscoring the opponent by shooting threes or causing a problem getting to the free throw line or layups. So it just shows we were in that same situation. I said this the other night in Atlanta. We were down, and these guys, I think, have taken a step forward by understanding we were just here. So what do we have to do better in the second half? And I thought they did that.
Hey Jason, and just learning a little bit about your philosophy regarding coaches' challenges. Was the momentum that you had in the game, I think you'd already scored on 2 or 3 straight possessions, did that factor in when you used the challenge, when you did in the third quarter the other night against Toronto?
Yeah, Mark, that's a good question. I felt that we needed to feel the lead because we had been playing from behind, and clearly we knew the ball was out, so if I was being selfish and worried about my own stats, I knew I could win this one. But the players came first, and at 62-62, I felt that this was a great opportunity because we did score to see if we can keep that going, and then if we can get the lead and then build from there, and that's exactly what happened.
Speaking of things defensively, how are you feeling about Kristaps Porzingis and his movement defensively with 4 blocks in the last game? What he's been able to do so far?
Yeah, I think he's been great defensively. Comes up with 4 blocks, but also a steal, and then also changes shots. And so when he came out and came back in, I thought he helped us defensively, give us a lift that we needed, and we're going to need that from him.
What's your ideal sample be able to understand whether things are working or whether it's time for tweaks? Like, what's kind of your ideal timetable for being able to assess those things?
That's a really good question. I think there's small sample size, there's medium sample size, and there's big sample size. And so everybody has an opinion of which one is successful, right? And so I think it's going to take some games, right? We're going to have a small sample of 5 games, right? 10 games, 20 games. So we're going to look at the numbers and see what lineups work as we go along. But it's hard to do it in 2 games, almost impossible, right? And so we'll look at small, medium, and big because we have the personnel to be able to get those numbers and information to us. And so, and that starts with Mark. We'll make sure that we have all that information. So I always have said that you know your team by Christmas or a little bit before Christmas. And so we have some time to get to that, but we will. And I know you guys will let me know which ones are working.
Jason, there was a lot
Which is good. I'm not against that.
There was a lot of anticipation going into your first home opener at 94 What are you anticipating from the crowd?
That's a good question. I'm not playing. I think sometimes people get lost that they think I'm playing. I'm just coaching. But I'm excited. I've been excited since I've gotten this opportunity to coach this team, and I'm excited for tomorrow, the home opener. We've been on the road. We played 2 games. We had a successful road trip. We went 1-1, and now it's time to protect home. If we want to be the team that we think we can be, we got to protect home, and it starts tomorrow.
Okay, we'll go to Zoom. We have a question, Mavs room.
Hey, Coach. Fogel here from Mavs Film Room. What are the challenges associated with trying to game plan against a talented rookie like Jalen Green, being that doesn't have a lot of NBA film available? I think it's actually pretty curious that you've been in this situation before throughout your coaching career, because in the past, teams you've coached for have had to game plan for guys like Jason Tatum, John Morant, and Anthony Edwards all early on in their rookie years.
Yeah, I think when you talk about Green, just watching him on film, watching him last night, he's a special young player. He causes a problem. He's super athletic. Speed is another thing that he has, and he understands how to play. And it's kind of interesting to see how many young players in this league have had success so early. And so for us, it's just to hopefully put him in different situations that he hasn't seen, so that we can capitalize on that on both ends.
My dog.
Home opener, Dorian. Do you remember your first home opener?
Yeah, I remember my first home opener. It was different then. I knew I wasn't gonna play. So yeah, I went in with a different mindset, kind of like work out extra hard before the game because I knew I wasn't gonna get much time, and if I was gonna play, it probably was gonna be garbage minutes. But it's gonna be exciting tomorrow. We ain't have fans last home opener, so I think the city excited, we're excited. It's gonna be fun.
Do you expect that noise to be the way it was in the playoff series?
Yeah, I expect it to be turned up. Like I said, it's been a while since we had a regular season. Even though playoffs was fun last year, it was kind of out of nowhere. It just out of nowhere. So now everybody's expected, knowing this is going to be, a regular game. So I just think it's going to be exciting.
What did you guys learn about yourselves in that second half against Toronto, especially defensively turning it around there?
Learned a lot because we was put in that same position. The Atlanta game, both came out, didn't make shots, and we just tried not to let that mess with our offense, our defense intensity, and we ended up getting some defense, some consecutive stops, and that got us the lead.
In terms of on offense in the second half in Toronto, what was the biggest change that you noticed that just made everything seem to flow a lot easier?
Honestly, I would just say our defense was kind of kept us, in striking distance because we wasn't making shots. And once Tim he got hot, Luka started making shots. Then we started doing what we do. But our defense kept us in the game, and the Atlanta game, I feel like not making shots kind of poured into our defense.
Your task with guarding the point guard a lot, just the way the starting lineup works out and stuff like that. But of course, like at times you're also playing power forward, guarding bigs. Is there any mindset change or any difference in the way that you approach starting a big dude versus a 6'1" guy who's going to dominate the ball?
Nah, can't really say mindset. I just know when you guard point guards, you just gotta scoot up, and you're gonna be out probably half court picking guys up, and guarding big guys like Toronto. I switched on to OG, I had to guard the post, so it's not really a mindset. Just make it tough for them. When you guard point guards, you're probably gonna be coming off more ball screens, so just stuff like that.
Last few years, you guys have been okay at home, not necessarily great at home. How important is it for you guys to be great?
I think that's time for us to take that next step, and I think for us to to be a great team, we need to have a great home record too, like we always do on the road.
That was going to be my question. So, but piggybacking on that, how much more disappointing was it? I thought about the playoff loss last year. Affected you guys have a chance to
Well, it's kind of over with now. I mean, I don't want to keep talking about last year's playoffs, but it's over with now. All we can focus on is, trying to have a good home record, and I think that's what we're gonna do this year. Protect our house. I think if we do that, then we're gonna put ourselves in a great position.
Is there a different mindset playing at home and playing on the road? And how can you explain that you had a better home record?
Just playing on the road, having that everybody against us mentality always been good for us. But I think if we use the the arena energy and come out with that energy, I think we should get wins in the home too. So.
What have you liked about Jalen Green so far for the Rockets, and how difficult do you match up against him?
I ain't gonna lie, I haven't seen too much of the Rockets besides today, but all I think I seen from him was that highlight dunk. He tried to dunk on, but them young boys be jumping now, man.
All right, we've got a couple on Zoom. Valencia, go ahead.
Hey Dorian, thanks for the time. Hope you're doing well. Fans are always asking us for Real Talk Sports questions about, the pregame playlist.
Okay.
So what are you listening to get ready for the games these days?
I probably listen to some Rod Wave. I probably, started off slow. Rod Wave, Tevin Campbell. Anything slow at the beginning of the game, and then by time warm-up about to start, I turn on to some Yo Gotti, ESTG, Moneybag, anybody to turn me up. So I have a balanced playlist.
All right, and one more on Zoom, Davide.
Hey Dorian, I have a little bit off-topic question. It's about the new basketball, the Wilson basketball. Did you notice any difference with the previous one?
It's the difference, but I can't sit here. I ain't gonna sit here and complain about the ball. It's a little different, but everybody got to adjust. Everybody playing with the same ball.
Okay. And anything else for going into the room?
They just got to beat it up a little bit more before it could be good. Just what I'm saying, just a little bit more.
Emery or Richardson on Saturday?
Yeah, yeah.
Who?
You said who?
I said who's playing?
We need AR. I need AR 15, man. Come on, coach. Put them in. They might as well.
All right. Thank you, Dorian.
Yep.